of interesting AI features that were hotly in demand by no one. Now, you know, occasionally I'll do a stream right here on youtube.com. Like and subscribe and ring that bell today so you don't miss notifications about any stream. And they will shove some stupid fucking stream summary into the chat, which is usually wrong, but at least funny. And then there's the video summaries, which are occasionally useful, to be completely honest, on phone. On the computer, they're kind of pointless because they essentially function as a secondary description for videos that usually already have a description. But on the phone, sometimes you'll get a video with a pretty nondescript and unclear title or thumbnail, and you get a video description automatically generated for it, which can actually save you a click or maybe even give you some interest in watching the video, because otherwise, you know, it's not sparking any joy, and then you see, oh, this is actually about something I'm interested in. Not a bad AI feature, I have to say, begrudgingly. Unfortunately, for every automatically generated video summary, there is a flip side of the coin, like an automatically created thumbnail, which always looks like shit. Or for the subject of today's video, automatically generated video ideas. I've been following this for a little while now, and it's a phenomenon that really fascinates me. At once, it will suggest things that are sort of within the wheelhouse of my channel, and at the same time, it'll offer suggestions for things that I would just never ever discuss and have never discussed, and don't watch any videos from people who discuss such things. Very strange. Let's get into a few of them. So as you can see, I have a few of these saved here, some ones that I was looking at like a month or two ago, and I was like, you know what, this is too stupid not to bring it up in the video. We're gonna look through some of these, but we're also going to look through just whatever YouTube decides to generate for me on the spot, you know, brand new content. AI generated especially for you people. You don't want to miss it, it's very special. It has a weird tendency to try and like pluck specific keywords, I guess, out of my videos, as if they're like a sustainable resource that I could make multiple videos on. For instance, VTuber prayers and police deconstructing the internet's most unhinged cop encounters. Character collisions. If this sounds bizarre to you, it's because there was a video a little while back where we looked at Foxwolf, a guy who wants to kill a bunch of people, long story. Anyway, so the cops come to his house for one reason or another. You'll have to check out the video and find out why. And instead of confronting the cops or running or doing anything you would expect someone to do, he decides to hide in his closet and pray to the VTuber Shy Lily. In other words, this is a single guy who did this weird thing one time, and now the YouTube AI seems to want me to, like, make a series about this or something, as if this is a regular phenomenon that anyone else has ever done. We're dissecting the internet's most bizarre police encounters featuring VTubers and other digital avatars, exploring what happens when the surreal world of online performance collides with real-world authority. God, I fucking hate the way AI writes, dude. From virtual prayers to online police reports, we're unpacking the unhinged chaos of these digital-physical confrontations and the sheer absurdity that ensues. What's weird about this, too, like, okay, so the title of this, the suggested title, is seemingly based on that Foxwolf video, but the actual, like, suggestion for what the video would be about is fucking just, like, VTubers getting arrested, I guess? How many VTubers have been arrested, like on stream for this to be relevant? This is another issue I've found with this whole thing, is that they'll often give you suggestions for stuff, and you're just kind of up the fucking creek without a paddle if you decide to, you know, take those suggestions. Like, it's all well and good to give me an idea for a video to do, but unless you can also make this happen and suggest things for me to do in that video, I don't know, it seems like too much work. Is there a button that I can press that makes the video for me? And of course, it's a shitty AI thing no one asked for, so it's separated into fucking a numbered list. Number 1, unpacking internet absurdity. Hey, that's my line! Fucking AI stealing internet absurdity, dude. I already stole that from Internet Insanity from Medicare. God damn it. This idea perfectly aligns with your channel essence of diving headfirst into the weird and wonderful corners of the internet. I don't know how wonderful they usually are. Like your Sabrina Girl Pants and the Barry Exhibitionism debacle video, it promises to unpack It promises to unpack bizarre online scenarios, offering a rich vein of humorous and cringeworthy content for your audience. Fucking, I'm not doing it, but you can count for yourself how many times the word fucking cringeworthy shows up in this. Deconstructing unhinged VTuber cop encounters provides a fresh and timely opportunity for your signature sarcastic commentary and dissection of internet absurdity. They're really going hard on internet absurdity here, people. So it is, like, kind of personalized to me, but in a way that's, like, virtually useless to me, and you'll see more of this. Engaging modern internet culture, VTubers and digital avatars are a significant and often bizarre part of contemporary internet culture, making this topic highly relevant and searchable for your audience. It's a new angle to explore internet phenomena, offering a unique blend of online performance, real-world collision, and outright chaos that will resonate with viewers who enjoy your explanations of strange fan theories and internet drama. Fan theories? What am I, fucking MatPat? I'm not a Jew! Again, it seems to be, like, semi-personalized, but in a way where it also just completely neglects to know what my personality even is. Why anti-woke content creators inevitably become their own cringeworthy villains. We're dissecting how anti-woke creators, in their relentless pursuit of outrage, invariably morph into the very caricatures they claim to oppose, becoming the cringeworthy villains of their own narratives. We'll trace their descent into self-parody, examining how their content inevitably becomes indistinguishable from the terrible garbage they initially set out to critique. I kind of have a feeling YouTube's trying to give me a message here. You know, I make a couple of videos calling Birdie a woman, and this fucking shit happens. Thanks, YouTube. And this is probably because Google is run by an Indian, but, you know, I'm not an anti-woke channel, so you didn't hear that from me. Number 1, aligns with terrible garbage dissection. This topic perfectly fits your channel's knack for finding and dissecting the internet's terrible garbage, as you can expertly break down the absurdity and self-destruction of these creators in a way that resonates with your audience. Your past dissections of figures like CityBear03 or the world's biggest gooner demonstrate your skill in analyzing cringeworthy online personalities. Cringeworthy, hey, no hyphen in this one, okay? They're changing it up. But also, I'm sorry, you're using CityBear03, right, as an example of me talking about anti-woke content creators? I don't think this fucking machine knows what the hell it's talking about, guys. I kind of think this is bullshit. Number 2, leverages your chaotic commentary. The inherent self-parody of anti-woke content creators provides rich... inherent self-parody? What's self-parodying about it? What, do all the anti-woke commentators just become like cringe feminists with pink hair? Do they all start hiring editors on their channel who are like black, disabled trans women with a fucking wheelchair, or like what's going on? I've said before how some people like pronouns guy or whoever can take like a reasonable point and act like such screaming nut job babies about it that it becomes completely impossible to take seriously. So I guess in that way they're kind of similar to people that, you know, fucking go off the deep end about like, you know, everything in the world is racist and sexist and everyone I don't like is Hitler. I guess in that way they kind of become, you know, what they hate, but I don't know, the whole premise of this is faulty. And YouTube should know that I totally became an anti-woke grifter like 6 months ago already. What the fuck is this? The whole bullet point numbered list section of this thing doesn't even really seem like it has anything to do with the title and the concept of the video. It's just so generic and it doesn't fit the kind of content that I would make. And it's operating from like a pretty false premise. I feel like it would be really difficult to actually find examples of the thing that they want me to make a video about. Unless they can provide specific ideas for content in the video, then this is just kind of like pointless. It's like if you need a fucking AI to tell you what videos you should make, first of all, don't talk to me ever. But if you need that, you're probably also going to be too fucking lazy to do the work that would go into actually making this kind of video with this information as your jump-off point. I feel like anybody who's going to make a video about this premise or the last thing about VTubers and police would probably be somebody who already has, like, an idea for that. They already have specific people in mind that they want to talk about. It just seems really unlikely that this would ever be useful to anyone, and I wonder how much fucking money they dumped into this shit-ass feature. It's also very bizarre that the AI is trying to get me to make, like, content dissecting the anti-wokes or whatever, because here we have a page called Trends, which is in the channel analytics section, and the Trends section, most of the time in the last, like, 6 months that I've looked at this thing, has been literally entirely filled with videos from Asmongold. I have never watched a video from Asmongold. The weird thing is, besides Asmongold, its second favorite person to put in this list is Vosh for some reason. These are videos to inspire me, everybody. Asmongold clips. Multiple clips from Rev Says Desu. What are you trying to fucking say, YouTube? A couple Vosh videos? Fucking Pro Jared? Are you kidding me? Look, I'm not into dudes, okay? I don't want any of the content Pro Jared's putting out there these days. Stick around for that stream, it's gonna be fun. The only person on here that I even occasionally watch is Max Dude. And I don't make content anything close to what he does. How is this inspiring to me? All that said, though, I guess the fact that I apparently am inspired by Vosh and Asmongold at the same time, I guess that confuses the AI a little bit, and I think that I want to make videos about anti-woke hucksters. I am the only anti-woke huckster that you need to fucking hear about, okay? Now let me tell you about the problem with black people. In a similar vein to the video about anti-woke creators, YouTube has also suggested to me that I look into anti-furry channels, a deep dive. We're diving headfirst into the internet's most unhinged corners to dissect the truly bizarre phenomenon of anti-furry channels on YouTube. This isn't just commentary. We're unearthing the specific, often disturbing, personalities and content that fuel this niche of digital animosity, exposing the absolute worst of online culture. The worst of online culture is furries. Yeah, like, I don't know where you got the fucking idea. It must be the goddamn bear avatar. Even YouTube is like, filtered by this thing. No, I'm not a fucking furry because I have a fucking meme of Banjo pasted over Winnie the Pooh, and he's got my hook hand on there. That doesn't make me a furry. I don't go to conventions. I don't have sex with children. I don't do drugs or worship the devil. Number 1, fits your niche. The idea perfectly aligns with the channel's essence of dissecting internet culture's wild side and unearthing terrible garbage. They really fixated on the terrible garbage part of all of this. That's great. Your audience tunes in for deep dives into bizarre online personalities and cringe-worthy content, which anti-furry channels embody. No, they don't. First of all, I don't even know any channels that would qualify as being outright anti-furry. If I did, I would watch them every day. If I made a video like this, then like 100 more furries per day would join my fucking Discord, and I'd have to get rid of all of them because I'm sick of these fucking people. Some of you are alright, but even the ones who are alright are fucked in the head. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. High viewer engagement potential. Similar to your 4chan classics or Barney adult rabbit hole videos, this topic offers a unique blend of internet oddity and potential controversy that tends to generate significant viewer discussion and engagement. It promises a truly unique and entertaining, if sometimes unsettling, viewer experience that will resonate with your existing audience. I like how the second point here is basically just, it's gonna make a lot of people pissed off. That's great. That's good. YouTube's telling me to make rage bait. And if I made this video, I would be rage baiting myself. I fucking hate I'm sick of furries. We need to be done with furries. The era of the furry needs to be taken behind the fucking shed. Now, I won't go too deeply into these saved ones here because I want to see what YouTube auto-generates for me right now in this current moment. But you can see this one here, Beyond the Fridge Guy, dissecting the internet's most ungodly, disgusting content. I guess they want me to make a sequel to Fridge Bro? I mean, that's definitely my most successful video in the last year or so. But why Fridge Bro? There's not much more to talk about with Fridge Bro. Again, it's the problem of, like, I don't know, YouTube doesn't know that Fridge Bro is like a sole single post on 4chan. YouTube doesn't know that Fridge Bro isn't a thing that I can milk for constant content for the rest of my life. Fucking wish, man. So let's take a look at the ones that I don't have saved here. This is what YouTube's just suggesting to me. And you can see that it also has the opportunity to put in a topic, theme, or a question. We'll try that out a little bit, but let's just see what it's cooking up for us unasked for, like a big booby girlfriend with a sandwich. Already right here I can see two of these that YouTube just fucking loves suggesting that I make videos about. Exploring the most cringeworthy motivational influencer live streams today. And from fitness guru to fat-phobic frenzy, the digital descent of a trainer. First of all, YouTube really wants to get me in deep on the fucking therapy speak, you know, Tumblr girl buzzwords. Like, no, I'm not making a... If I made a video with the term fat-phobic in the title, I think you can be assured that I have sold my soul to the devil. But more notably, every time I look at this inspiration page, YouTube seems to really want me to talk about motivational influencers and, like, fitness influencers and shit. Shit that I have never once discussed. Like, I don't know where it's getting the idea that this is something that would super fit my channel. Yeah, I'm fascinated by how many of these just tried to, like, shove in something that I have, like, a brief mention of in one of my videos, as if it could become a full video on its own. Unpacking the dog mask phenomenon, internet's cringiest furry starter kit. We're peeling back the layers on the internet's most baffling entry point into furry culture, the dog mask phenomenon. We'll dissect why this specific, often cringe-worthy aesthetic exploded, examining its pervasive presence across platforms and questioning whether it truly serves as a starter kit or just a bizarre, unsettling corner of online self-expression. Once again, operating from the bizarre, false, reality not existing premise that dog mask furries are like a starter kit. Furco is putting out furry starter kit, and it's a dog mask that you draw dicks all over to personalize it. Like, no, the dog mask thing comes from the video I uploaded today while recording this about an ABDL man-child user who loves shouting the N-word while he comes while he's gooning to little kids, while simultaneously also playing Russian roulette in traffic, leading, of course, to a 50-car pileup. It's all right there, it's in the video, you gotta go check out the video. But in that video, the guy I'm talking about also has a pup play mask, one of those, like, fetish doggy masks. This is what that is talking about. I'm 99% sure anyway, I can't think of anything else that this would be talking about. So it wants me to make a video about fetish gear? I gotta tell you, I feel like that would get demonetized, YouTube. This is a weird suggestion. You can also see related videos on YouTube, and kind of fucking looks like none of these videos are related to that. I mean, I don't know about the fucking Russian one at the bottom. I guess maybe that's about furries. I don't think any of them are really about furries. I don't know. You'll also notice that these all have these, like, categories under the headline. So you got online oddities, cultural cringes, digital disasters. Oh, we love alliteration over here at AI Enterprises. Now, here's one that actually looks like something that I might potentially make a video on. I'll be interested to see what it has to say in its description. The kids and users phenomenon. Why internet's weirdest attract young audiences. The category is online demographics, which isn't alliterative. I'm very upset with that. We're dissecting why the internet's most bizarre and cringe-inducing every single one says cringe something. Content from questionable fan theories to absurd live streams consistently captivates younger audiences because they're retarded. We'll explore the magnetic pull of digital chaos, examining how content featuring figures like Tiger or Sabrina Girlpants becomes a strange rite of passage for new online generations. Number one reason, target audience resonance. Your audience thrives on exploring the internet's obscure and often uncomfortable corners. I thought they were weird and wonderful corners, which perfectly aligns with dissecting why bizarre content attracts younger viewers. This directly taps into their interest in digital oddities, similar to how they engaged with topics like Sailor Moon Red Wine or the Barney Adult Rabbit Hole. Number two, leveraging your expertise. Your established expertise in analyzing and humorously reacting to hilariously bad content and bizarre live streams. makes you uniquely qualified to deconstruct this phenomenon. You can bring your signature sarcastic and insightful commentary to illuminate the Man, oh, I'm so sick of reading AI fucking writing. It's killing me. It's just killing me. I hate this. They all read like the same. There's a reason people call this shit slop. It's because all of this just reads like the literary equivalent of fucking gruel. Like, this is nutrient-free reading, is what this... It's like, it's worse than reading the back of a shampoo bottle. Oh my god. Yeah, so, I mean, this is like the closest thing so far to something I'd actually make. But to the point where I've pretty much already talked about this phenomenon in videos already, streams, discussing users and why many of them have, you know, a lot of kids that watch them. And this isn't something that would like sustain a full video on its own. And as I said, I mean, you know, it's crass or whatever, but the reason is that the people making these videos are retarded. And the kids that watch them are either also retarded or too young to not realize that this is retarded. Once again, you've got related videos on YouTube, and notably fucking none of them are like user related or relevant to this at all. I don't even know how the fuck they're making this call. There's one that's just all in fucking Chinese. There's one that looks like some kind of like algo slop, like finger family shit. And then there's just NBC News talking about the Gen Z stare. What the fuck is this? How much money did they actually spend on this? Like, that's the funny thing to imagine. Is like, you're looking at this whole thing is just like almost entirely useless. At best, you can say, wow, this one suggestion actually feels like it relates to my channel. Doesn't help me make a video in any way, and it's like, for the purposes of what you're supposed to use this thing for, fucking useless. But how much money did they pour into this complete useless nonsense? I guess maybe if you have a Mr. Beast content farm channel made by soulless automaton scumbags and designed for retarded consumers without brains, maybe this would be helpful for you, possibly. You know, I mean, hey, I guess you could just take these suggestions and pump them into ChatGPT to get, you know, like your script for the video or whatever, so, you know, hey, I guess this could help someone who wants to game the system. But that's kind of alarming, isn't it, that YouTube's essentially rolled out a feature that has fucking no use to anybody who's making real YouTube videos. Like, yeah, if your channel is literally like a content farm of garbage meant to swindle idiots, then sure, go for it. Is that what YouTube's endorsing with this fucking thing? Now, you'll notice a few of these that are specifically about AI stuff. It loves doing this. Reacting to AI-generated fan fiction gone terribly. Hilariously wrong. When AI-generated music goes hilariously wrong. Unpacking the internet's algorithmic cringe. Deep Dive, the bizarre world of celebrity AI chatbots and their relationships. Well, now that one's interesting to me because I more or less already made that video. I mean, it wasn't about celebrity chatbots, but yeah, I looked at the My Boyfriend is AI subreddit where they were all pretending that they're dating fucking Korean Witcher or whatever. The uncanny valley of AI deepfakes when online personalities become digital something. Something generic and pointless that fills you with a feeling of nothing. Just another fucking one of these. When fan theories go full conspiracy, dissecting the internet's wildest lore. Where does it get the fucking idea that I care about fan theories? What is this? What fucking video do I have on my channel that has indicated to this robot that I'm super into fan theories? You also have to pay special attention to some of these AI-generated thumbnails. They're all in the same disgusting art style. It's like overly despicably realistic, but also like way too colorful. And then you got this one here where the guy has like Goku hair? What the fuck's with that one? Another one of these ones that it just loves to suggest, kind of in the same vein of the motivational influencer thing from before, is unpacking the cringy world of alpha male online coaching. A satirical look. I'll take that Reddit gold, stranger. I want to vomit. Yeah, it seems to really want me to talk about epic cringe alpha males. I mean, I've done that before. I kind of don't feel like there's that much to say unless somebody really special and interesting comes along who's, you know, like advocating for rape or something. It's such a generic thing to talk about in 2026 on YouTube. Hey, did you know that internet alpha males are not all that? I did, like 5 or 6 years ago I found out about that. I guess if you're ever wondering why YouTube seems to be filled with the most generic, bottom of the barrel, fucking slop content being shoveled into your face, this might be why. Well, let's take a little look now at some of the topic, theme, or question functionality here. We'll type in some stupid nonsense and we'll see what we get. Why are women so awful? There we go, that should work. Well, now, isn't this interesting? I kind of put that in as a joke, but it's kind of funny to see what it's actually come up with. Worst Women Are Awful podcasts, a comedic deep dive. VR chat, role-playing as an awful woman in a pickup artist world. The MRA YouTube rabbit hole, discovering truly awful female stereotypes. Reacting to Why Are Women So Awful TikTok compilations. Peak internet cringe. The next time you see somebody who's a super good boy internet leftist who also hates big corporations, just remind them of the fact that their greatest allies are apparently big corporations. I wasn't really expecting to get anything out of this, but the fact that it specifically tries to pivot it into the opposite of the thing that I just searched, so I can talk more about MRAs and internet cringe pickup artist alphas or whatever, it seems very funny to me. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be a huge misogynist, such as myself, in order to defy the cold machine of unfeeling, unthinking Google AI. But what I am saying is if your personal politics happen to overlap with this type of thing, you're probably the stooge of a giant corporation in some way, and I feel for you. I really feel bad for you. I hate that for you. Let's try this again. Trans people. Very good. Let's see what we get. For some reason, it really seems to want me to talk about VR chat, too. That's what I've noticed. I mean, I have a few videos that are relevant to that, I guess. But it's not like my whole channel. I don't know. It really just fixates on things. I think it might be autistic. The weirdest transgender characters in VR chat roleplay. The internet's most awkward attempts at allyship explained. You know, so it's not like a big surprise that YouTube's not suggesting to me with its AI that I talk about, I don't know, the drag queen from Cardiff who was found dead with dog semen inside of him. Like, you know, that probably isn't very advertiser friendly, I understand. But it is very notable to me that it's all certainly pushing in a certain direction, I think you could say. Consider again the cringe world of anti-furry channels, or whatever the fuck it was called that it was recommending to me before, where it operates from the initial premise that furries are fully accepted by everyone and that the weird thing is to be anti-furry. I like that when I put trans people into this text field here, that it auto-suggests topics including absurd architectures and reality glitches. Maybe Google's more based than I think it is, I don't know. Let's keep going. Jews. VR chatting with people role-playing as historical Jewish figures. That just sounds like someone's weird fucking fetish, I gotta say. Unpacking bizarre Jewish conspiracy theories found on fringe forums. Yeah, the bizarre part about them is that they were written 10 years ago and actually just came to light that they were all right. It's crazy. Again with the fucking fan theories, exploring weird fan theories about Jewish representation in media. And if you look at the thumbnail on the TV the guy's watching, it's like a green alien with like red tentacles? What the fuck are they hiding? This is great. I really like seeing YouTube's take on controversial issues. Let me just go with the big one. Trump. Come on. This one's a little bit more balanced, I guess. Kind of neutral for the most part. Again, we've got VR chat Trump here, reacting to the internet's most bizarre Trump deepfakes gone wrong. Unironically hitting me with a gone wrong in 2026 is fucking crazy. Unpacking the most nonsensical political rants from Trump supporters online. Which, alright, you could say that's like pointing in a certain direction, but the very next one, debunking the craziest Trump conspiracy theories found in Discord servers. I think it's basically telling me to do a video about my now deleted politics chat. Just go real deep into people thinking that all autistics are gonna get fired from their jobs and the death camps are gonna round them up. Okay, now we've looked up a bunch of controversial stuff just for the laughs, but what if we look up things that I would actually be interested in talking about? I've been wanting to expand my horizons a little bit, not do quite the same stuff that I always do. This video is kind of an expansion in a new direction. So, you know, let's see. I've been wanting to make some more videos talking about video games, like, deep dives into, oh god, I'm talking like the AI now. Examinations of video games that I like or hate or whatever. Let's see what happens when I type in Metroid Other M. I guess we're still looking up things that are controversial, actually. Why Metroid Other M's voice acting is peak internet bizarreness. Bro, I see you trying to fit the square peg through the round hole, and it's just not gonna work, my man. I'm trying to do this because it's not normally the thing that I do. And most of these are kind of dull, except for the second one, ranking Metroid Other M's cringiest cutscenes ranked by awkwardness. Hey, at least what Mario will look like in 2013 here knows that Other M's story is completely fucking horrendous and unforgivable. Let's see, what if I type in Seinfeld? I'm gonna make a Seinfeld retrospective. What has it got for me? Again, it's trying to force the square peg of this topic into the round hole of my channel. Analyzing online debates. Is the puffy shirt the ultimate cringe? What? Ranking cringiest Seinfeld guest appearances you forgot existed. Is this all I am to this fucking thing, is just cringe ranking guy? I'm gonna kill myself. Seinfeld characters in VR chat, an improv disaster class. Oh good. Right. Ranking cringe and VR chat and fan theories. Don't forget the fan theories. Oh yeah, look, right here. Reacting to the internet's wildest Seinfeld fan theories. Newman's secret. Oh, this is very bizarre. It seems to be talking about a specific Seinfeld fan theory regarding Newman, which, as an aficionado of fan theories, I've never heard of this. Is it inventing its own fan theory, or what? I gotta admit, it's kind of got me hooked with the idea of Newman having a secret life. Does he fight crime? Does he do crime? We're dissecting the internet's most unhinged Seinfeld fan theories, specifically those delving into Newman's bizarre, shadowy existence beyond mail delivery. We're sifting through the depths of Reddit and obscure forums to unearth the most outlandish, hilarious, and genuinely disturbing theories about what the postal worker really gets up to. Who really died that day on that boat? Bringing our signature sarcastic take to each wild revelation. These have legitimately melted into a sludge of just word vomit. I hate it so much. Resonates with weird internet core. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, no. It's about Seinfeld. And we got one here called The Most Awkward Seinfeld Moments That Broke the Fourth Wall. First of all, that doesn't happen in the show. I don't think ever, really. But is that supposed to be Kramer? Like, it's totally not Kramer, but I like, if I squint, it kind of is Kramer, isn't it? Well, that'll be it, I guess. If you're not familiar with this feature, it might be because you're not like a YouTube creator, you know, you don't look at your channel dashboard, you haven't looked through all of the sub-menus that get you to this thing, but now you know about a strange feature of YouTube that seems to be utterly pointless in every conceivable way, and has at least provided me with a little bit of laughs at its expense, so probably a good use of a bunch of YouTube's money. Good job. Well, I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the weird and wacky side of YouTube AI, where we unearth and decipher the most unhinged. I'm going to hurt myself if I keep doing this. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you liked what you saw, be sure to give me a like and a subscribe. Check out some of my other stuff, you know. Got lots and lots of videos out there. We have over 365 videos now, one video for every day of the year. I think that includes streams, but those are just long videos, you know? Big thanks, as usual, to my $20 and up excellent dudes on Patreon. The name with only 3 A's. Iron, Christopher Baird, Darth, Hitori Senshi, Lolord, CB, Grumble, Jericho Jack 88, Ralph Ryder, Sloppenheimer, Aaron Heresy, the word with T that ends in a Y, Brawlicus Ludicrous, Sonic's Poignant Slime, Archie Arch. Thank you all very much. I hope that you especially enjoyed this video. Yeah, I've been saying I wanted to do some stuff that was a little less, you know, just live clips of YouTube streams and whatnot, but they told me I wouldn't be able to fucking record this thing last night and edit it and put it up the next day. But they were wrong, goddammit! They were all wrong! Anyway, take it easy, people. Penis. The genie for this. That's right.
To play Squidward by being nicer. Okay. Have Squidward nicer. So I can get Roger Bumpus to play
Roger Bumpus.
SQU.
Bumpus, please.
ID. UARDO in The Simpsons.
Yeah, we need CP as Squidward. That would be the best casting. If only that Hollywood could get CP to play Squidward. Chris Pratt, obviously, that's how he prefers to be referred to as CP. That's his preferred. We shouldn't dead name him as Chris Pratt. He is CP now. So yeah, they need to get CP to do Squidward. I think CP and SpongeBob go together.
So
I'm gonna stop talking.
I'm gonna say for sure that I don't like SpongeBob episode Day Without Tears because it featured Squidward, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs in it with SpongeBob and Gary. It was supposed to feature Sandy Cheeks in it.
I swear I can hear a tiny Rugrats theme in the background. Can you hear that? I know it's not happening, but it sounds like there's just
like SpongeBob episode Day Without Tears because it featured Squidward, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs in it with SpongeBob and Gary.
There's something in the back. It's probably just like the checkouts beeping, but it almost sounds like the fucking theme.
It was supposed to feature Sandy Cheeks in it, but the plan failed.
I think it actually is! Guys, I can hear multiple notes from the song.
It was supposed to feature Sandy Cheeks in it, but the plan failed. All this could...
I think there actually is a Rugrats theme happening in the background. What would be causing that? Maybe it's playing on a TV or something? In a supermarket? There's no way. We're all just gaslighting ourselves.
It featured Squidward, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs in it with SpongeBob and Gary. It was supposed to feature Sandy Cheeks in it, but the plan failed.
There's some kind of music or something. Maybe I'm just thinking that that's what it is, but it's something.
All this could happen is if I time travel back to February 2010, asking the producers and Nickelodeon to put Sandy Cheeks in SpongeBob episode Day Without Tears. Have Sandy be featured with SpongeBob and Gary only, and not feature Squidward, Patrick, and Mr. Krabs in it, okay?
Yeah, Bruv's clearly going through some kind of mental break. He needs to so that he hasn't posted in 3 years. He needs to invent time travel so he can go back in time, and play and be in 2008 turning 10 years old. That's important. I guess this is maybe the Whole Foods video.
Hi YouTube, I'm Joshua Dufferina. I want to talk to you guys about this topic, okay?
Roger Bumpus needs to be forced legally to star in The Simpsons playing Squidwardo. Legally. He needs to be forced to do this.
I just want to say that Roger Bumpus needs to be forced legally to star in The Simpsons playing SQUIDUARDO. That's a character's name parody of Squidward. And,
Squidwardo was his name,
have, Jim Carrey or Will Smith replacing Roger Bumpus in place Squidward by making Squidward nicer and kind.
So this is just
You know,
the
have
same
Squidward
video
like
again.
SpongeBob and everybody and all that stuff.
All that stuff.
You know.
So this was 3 years ago. This was 2020. So yeah, he's wearing the mask at the store. Somebody was like, "It's out of fashion now, bro." But yeah, maybe he did successfully time travel, or you know, something else happened. He fell into an autism-induced coma or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm giving Roger Bumpus and his character Squidward constructive criticism so he can learn not to hate on everybody. Gonna be honest with you, all the time he does not think things through, and he needs to apologize for...
It's interesting to imagine how this guy conceptualizes the difference between Squidward and the guy playing Squidward, because it sounds like he's like blaming the VA or something. And I'm just wondering, like, what relationship do you think the guy who plays Squidward has to this character who you seem to think... Do you think he's writing Squidward? Or do you think Squidward's real and this guy's... I'm just confused as to what... You know, we see a lot of this where it's like they think they're not sure of the, you know, they're not sure of reality, and they're like, you know, they think their favorite character is real. They talk about them as if they're the, you know, the Squidward is their best friend or something. We see this, but you know, I've never really stopped to think how they view this. It seems like he's got some kind of strange opinions about Squidward and about the VA, and I'm just like, is it the VA's fault? What do you think the VA does? Do you know Squidward's not real, right, Sport? I don't know. I don't know that he does.
Yelling out Krabby Patty nothing, and apologize for telling SpongeBob to stop crying.
Yeah, Roger Bumpus, the Squidward voice actor, has to do this.
And it's Squidward, Mr. Krabs, and Patrick's fault for appearing in SpongeBob episode Day Without Tears. All I wanted was Sandy to be with SpongeBob and Gary only in SpongeBob Day Without Tears. What I mean is...
Well, we'll never know what he means, even if he explains it. I want to find the one... I guess that's it. He must have just thought it was a Whole Foods, but I think it was a Publix. Yeah, me giving Squidward tentacles constructive criticism. Another video like this. He's got a ton of these videos about David Cross dissing SpongeBob or something. Why David Cross? Oh, it's just one of these stupid fucking videos that's like not a video. Okay, great. David Cross slams Roger Bumpus for not changing Squidward's character by being nicer and kind. Yeah, he seems to think that, like, I guess the voice actor wills the character or channels this character in some way. I guess. Does he know what writers are? I don't know. But let's see here.
Hi YouTube, I'm Joshua Duffarina. This is gonna be my
How many flights of stairs do you have in your house, and why are you out of breath?
Criticism to Squidward Tentacles. He appeared with Patrick and Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob episode Day Without Tears. Now I thought of that. SpongeBob episode Day Without Tears was supposed to be...
I like the little... It's like when Harry Thomas strings his words together with He just has a...
Now I thought of that. SpongeBob episode...
He's just constipated for a second.
Day Without Tears was supposed to feature only SpongeBob, Gary, and Sandy in it. Okay? Because, you know, I was giving my constructive criticism to Squidward because he keeps yelling at SpongeBob. Gonna be honest with you, all the time he does not think things through.
Yeah, he seems to be really obsessed with one specific episode of SpongeBob. And yeah, this just common refrain of Squidward doesn't think things through. It's like, yeah, that's it's a character. I mean, it's not even just that it's not a real person, but it's like that's the character. He just has that personality. If he was not like that, then he wouldn't be like Squidward anymore. It's fascinating because it almost sounds like this guy wants something that's like, you know, it sounds like he wants to watch something that has character development and characters that, like, grow. but he's like mentally stuck on SpongeBob, and that by design it has to just be like, you know, episodic. The characters can't really grow or anything, or else it would kind of cease to be like SpongeBob. It would just start being like, you know, SpongeBob helps Patrick come to terms with things. Like, that would be the show. It's like, that wouldn't really be SpongeBob anymore. So yeah, he's kind of at a crossroads where it seems like his brain is aching for something that has some kind of development where the characters learn lessons and change and grow. But, like, he also can't move past not even just SpongeBob, but apparently one episode of SpongeBob, too, so...
And he needs to apologize for yelling at SpongeBob. Yeah. You guys move that time travel so that I can go back to February 2010 asking Nickelodeon to make SpongeBob, Sandy, and Gary be featured only in SpongeBob episode Day Without Tears.
So yeah, it's one specific episode, not even like from the good era of SpongeBob, but from like 2010, I guess. This is like his 11/22/63. This is his mission. He's gonna find a shed in the back of a diner and go back in time to 2008 so that he can orchestrate a thing, so he can learn the truth behind the SpongeBob episode he doesn't like and stop it from happening. This is my favorite Stephen King story to date. He's finally Stephen King is a good writer.
So that I can make the wish come true, so that I can have SpongeBob appearing with Sandy and Gary only in SpongeBob episode Day Without Tears. You know, SpongeBob, Sandy, and Gary appearing without Squidward, without Patrick, and without Mr. Krabs.
Why no Patrick? What did Patrick do?
Okay.
What does Patrick do? Why does he have a problem with Patrick?
Because if you watch SpongeBob...
Well, if you were in SpongeBob, you'd be Patrick. I'm just letting you know.
Karate Island, you'll see that SpongeBob and Sandy have larger character roles in it. Sandy Cheeks sauce.
Yeah, he'll be talking about it on his deathbed. My only regret is that Squidward wasn't nicer to SpongeBob. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't posted in 3 years, almost 4, so, you know, anything could have happened to him, really. Hopefully he just, you know, got a life or whatever.
SpongeBob outside and all that some stuff, and she came with SpongeBob to Karate Island. And while at Karate Island, Sandy saved SpongeBob, which that was a good thing. So...
maybe he got over it. Yeah, maybe he finally got over this one obsession that he has. First, Betsy Krabs grounded Mr. Krabs, and now she fooled the fire department. So he's got 147 videos, and it appears that they are all from a period of 3 years ago. Not only... wow, December 16th. And then latest was December 18th. He posted 147 videos in 2 days, chat. All of this was 2 days. Apparently. This is his oldest video, and it was posted fucking 2 days before his latest video. 147 videos. 147 videos. What's this one?
What up, YouTube? I'm Joshua Dufferita. I want you guys checking out my recent videos.
Maybe he did time travel. I mean, what explain it, or what? How do you explain that? Just 147 videos shitted out onto YouTube in 2 days, and then nothing ever again. Maybe he had an older channel and he's just like re-uploaded a bunch of shit. But why would he do that and then never post anything again?
I just posted on my new channel right now. Okay. I want you people checking out some videos I posted about SpongeBob and all this junk. Okay, so let's get on with this topic.
Anomalous user. I mean, yeah, maybe it is some kind of lasagna cat shit. We're all waiting for Joshua Dufferina's return.
Betsy Krabs committed a second crime now. Her first crime was grounding Mr. Krabs, and now her second crime she committed now was fooling the fire department. And you know what the fireman said?
Mm-hmm.
You fooled the fire department. She did it. Catch her, catch her. That's what the firemen were like about Ben.
Okay, well, I don't know how this can be a re-upload channel. It appears to just be him. It doesn't say that it's a re-upload channel or anything. You'd think that it would say something like that. It sounds like it's just his channel, but how could it be? I mean, he's got edited shit here and everything. How could he have done this? He has just like fucking a bunch of these uploads are just the same commercial. What the fuck is this? What has to be wrong with you for this to happen? This is an advanced form of something. Landon Dowlat Singh talks about 13-year-old charged... What?
What's up, you guys?
I'm like just some other guy's video now.
In productions, and I try to make the news more interesting for you guys. Because who the hell reads newspapers these days? So let's talk about this girl, right over there. She's 13 years old. Her name is Taisha. And she has a 2-year-old sister right over there. Her name is Sasha.
Wow, I hate this channel, whatever this is. This like true crime for 5-year-olds. This is the 13-year-old. She has a sister.
Well, what she decided to do was she brutally stabbed...
Why is this your background on your desktop, too?
...her sister to death. And this is all because she decided to rat on her sister about her having a booty call. Are you serious? A booty call? You're 13 years old and you're having sex? You just became a...
Wow, this is a great, like, unexpected extra video. I mean, this is unrelated entirely, but... I guess Joshua DeFerrino, this is the type of content that he watches. I guess that makes sense if you frame it that way. That's why he talks like he's a kid's channel.
Freaking teenager, for God's sakes. So when the father came home, wait, why was the father not home? You just leave a 2-year-old at home, alone? So when the father came home, he found the 2-year-old outside in the back with blood all over. And she actually wasn't dead at the time. Now this is a father of 5 kids, all of those being girls. And you just came home and you found one of your girls dead, pretty much, outside.
Oh my god, that's so wacky! She's fucking dead! She's never gonna have another birthday! Great video. What a great... What a great and sensitive video for such a subject matter. Well, I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but that's... been re-uploaded by this guy, or possibly been re-uploaded by an archive channel that's archiving this guy, but I don't know. I just don't know what to think. Is there anything else when you look up his name? Yeah, I mean, there's other people talking about him, I guess. So maybe it is, people are aware of him, so maybe it is an archive channel. It's just that nothing seems to indicate as much. It seems like it's just his channel. But yeah, every video was uploaded within fucking 2 days of each other, so... I don't know. Joshua DeFerrino. So there's still people talking about this guy. He must still be active somewhere. See, look. Joshua DeFerrino re-uploads. This is what I'm talking about. And this is from 2 years ago, so he actually does have more content. He didn't disappear. He just... whatever, that channel just stopped having content, I guess. I don't know. Me explaining why being toothless as an adult forever will be a crime and illegal and sent to prison. I need help earning money so I can have money at any time. Well, that would help, yeah, I guess. I want lots of grown-up men to be my new papas filling in for Jim C. So these are other channels from Joshua. 9 years ago? Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he loves this Landon guy. He loves this Landon guy. So this is him from 9 years ago, closer to when he was, you know, in his peak time, I guess. I guess. And, yeah, he just does, like, reaction video. Wow, something must have happened to him, because I mean, he does seem like he might have already had something going on, but he's got more things he can talk about than just Squidward and SpongeBob here. What the fuck happened? I don't know, maybe that's just that one channel, though, because, like, it seems like his other channels have other stuff going on. Here's another channel from 9 years ago. Joshua DeFerrino.
What's
6
up,
years
YouTube?
ago. Shut the fuck up. Do a video response to all my videos and a video reaction to all my videos, please. Well, that's not gonna happen. You have far too many videos, Joshua. Yeah, this one's from 11 years ago. This one is from fucking 2013. And it's all just commercials and shit. So he has tons of fucking channels. Probably, like, even more than we know of. What is this?
What up,
He
YouTube?
wants lots of grown-up men. That's what I'm getting out of this title.
I'm Joshua Dufferina. I need you to find lots of all grown-up men to be my new papa, okay? Just tell lots of grown-up men that my old papa, Jim C. Bailey, died in 2013. So let all grown-up men know that they're going to be my new papa, okay?
Is it an ARG, chat? I don't think it's an ARG if it goes back 11 years. I don't think so. But he said he was in a supermarket before with his dad or his father or something. So is Papa like grandpa? What is he after here? He just wants lots of grown-up men. That's what he wants.
I want all grown-up men as my papa. I found some in 2016 of August. I found Mr. Harris, Mr. Knowles, Mr. Caroline to be my new papa.
My new papa. Mr. Caroline was a new papa for me.
And I got Alan Taylor, who used to be Vincent Parker's granddad in Norfolk, Virginia.
What is going on? Used to be his granddad? What the fuck is happening?
He used to be Vincent Parker's granddad because Vincent Parker went to prison in May 2014 for killing his parents over an iPod. So Vincent Parker's got a life sentence in prison without parole.
So he wants, like, some murderer's grandfather or something to be his papa? Is that... Oh, this is some supreme psychosis. I guess we should be happy he just turned into a SpongeBob guy.
So, I'm thinking that, I need you to get all grown-up men as my new papas, okay? Just tell me what all grown-up men names are so they could be my new papa.
All of the grown-up men.
Okay, bye.
Bye. His channel, we watched it in 2019, that commenter. United States will be passing a law that if adults are toothless, they'll get life in prison. You sure you want that one, buddy? Details for 51st State, Nova Scotia? What the fuck?
What up, YouTube?
The
I'm
fuck do you mean? That's ours. Those are our people.
Joshua Dufferina. I'm gonna make a video. I heard that there's gonna be a 51st state in 2020.
Huh?
Nova Sequoia. Okay.
Oh, not a bully stream. I'm sure he's a lovely adult man. I was gonna say young man, but I'm not so sure anymore. What was that?
Nova Sequoia.
Nova Sequoia.
Okay.
Like one of the... Is that a tree? A sequoia? It's like one of those?
It'll not have house rules.
Nova Sequoia.
And it will have Sane House. And Walmart will have the word Supercenter. Okay. It'll have speed bump and speed bumps signs.
Speed humps? Was that what you were gonna say?
One word, B-U-M-P with the letter S and without the letter S.
Right.
So speed bump signs and speed bumps will have between 10.
I don't even know what to make of this. This is an extreme form of... I'm going to say... I'm gonna say it's colloquially autism. I don't know if he has autism or doesn't, but this is, as the kids say, autistic as hell. Damn.
15 and 20 miles per hour sign. It'll be illegal for all adults to be toothless. It's legal for children, but not adults. And it will be illegal for parents and teachers to take away someone's privileges. Only police can. It's illegal for someone to be put in timeout. It's okay to be punished by the police and government.
What?
It's illegal for someone to be put in timeout. It's okay.
It's illegal for someone to be put in timeout. Well, what are they gonna do about Israel, dude?
To be punished by the
He
police.
didn't think this one through. So he never thinks these things through, and he's always mean to SpongeBob and Sandy.
And government
Fucking
by being
Roger
sent to
Bumpus.
prison if you commit a crime, just not by your parents and teacher. It
Someone
will
says new favorite user. I mean, he's pretty good, yeah.
be the only state to not have Sam's Club.
Sam's
It's
Club?
okay to love your family and your friends. It's okay to help out.
There's a law for Nuffa Sequoia that it's okay to love your family. That's one of the laws. The law is that it's okay to. Not that you should or shouldn't or anything, but just that, yeah, it's fine. Like, it's a question. That's the law. It's good.
The 51st state will not have tattoos because they never come off, and that'll be the only state not to have a tattoo. Time travel will exist, so you can go backward.
Oh, I knew the Nova Sequoias were hoarding the time travel technology. I knew it. I fucking...
And forward in time. It's okay to obey your parents and teachers and police officers and government.
Again, it's okay. It's like a commandment, but it's not thou shalt not. It's not definitive. It's just, yeah, I guess you can. I guess that means it's okay not to.
And president, just don't do anything bad.
Yeah, what are the state tattoos? He said something about that. I don't know what's going on.
It will be a good place to have an exercise room, a TV, computer, an internet, and time machine to go backward and forward in time.
And internet, yeah.
The students will not do anything bad at home and school or anywhere. Walmart.
Okay. Walmart! So he was still really into SpongeBob. I mean, this is from a couple years ago, but this is re-uploads, so who knows when these are actually from. The timeline of this guy is very confusing now, because there's so many different channels, and the one that I thought was just his channel, it was already confusing. We already thought it must have been a re-upload channel, because he uploaded 147 videos, including repeats, in 2 days. But I thought that might have been him, and that was 4 years ago, basically, and this is re-uploads, but they're uploaded 2 years ago. I really don't know when these are actually from then. Maybe one of the video descriptions will say. Let's just see what's most popular. What's more Roger Bumpus, okay. iCarly, Squidward, Tentacles, hating everyone. So he's been on this grind for a while. Squidward being mean. Adults will get locked in prison. Audio, things that piss me off, episode 1. People not letting me have everything my way in my life.
What up, YouTube? I'm Joshua Defarita.
Oh, guys, did you see? Did you hear that Fallen Chungus has lost everything? He got into drama with Scumbag Joseph and then Pixie Sparkle Fuck Farts canceled him. There's like a whole document about it. I can't believe that Poo Poo Pee Pee Man sided with Pixie Sparkle Fuck Farts, and now Fallen Chungus has lost everything. It's unbelievable. It's such unbelievable drama.
Do you want to know what really pisses me off? People not letting me have anything my way. Do you want to know what really pisses me off? People not letting me have anything my way. Wonder why it pisses me off? Because 1, it's annoying, and 2, I don't like it when people tell me I can't have everything my way. Oh my God, what the barnacles is going on?
What the barnacles? I mean, I'm inclined to almost think this is like some sort of parody or something, but he's probably not going to be doing that, right? This is a genuine video of an adult man being upset because he can't always have his way. I mean, that's like the brass tacks of like why most people are upset about things, but like usually it's not as directly stated that that's the reason. Usually people come up with rhetoric and it becomes politics or whatever, but no, he's just like, I want things to be my way, and I wish more people were as honest and candid as this guy, honestly. If we could just get a politician to campaign and go, things are gonna be my way and not that guy's way, it's like that, I would vote for you. Yeah.
I'm ticked off and pissed off because the state forbidden me to drive at the age of 16, and my mom forbidden to teach me how to drive. Yeah, and
Yeah!
I'm ticked off.
So, okay, but you're 16 then, so this isn't an adult. He seems like an adult in the new pictures, or in the new videos, in this picture. We saw a video of him from like 2015, where he looked a lot younger, obviously, but I would assume maybe he might have been a teen then, but maybe he's one of these people like Sonic Sega Gamer. We saw him at 18, and he already looked like he was in his mid-20s. Maybe he's one of those, I don't know.
Because I don't have
Yeah, he
everything
might have time traveled. He might have just time traveled.
The mustache man will be like to me, well, hello there, Mr. Joshua Alfredo. I'm the mustache man here again.
You know, on the note of him now doing a mocking voice about someone and I can't determine who it's supposed to be, $10 from Aurelius. This Squidward dude is the weirdest person you've looked at this far, IMO. I don't know about that, but like Tamir and Dead Six may be crazy, but I just genuinely cannot begin to fathom what this guy's deal is. Yeah, I don't know either, chat member.
Mustache man will be like to me,
He's now imitating the Mustache Man. I'm just assuming it's Dr. Robotnik. He's imitating the Mustache Man, and he's doing a silly voice. Not unlike the Pony Guy's Kiwi Farmer entitlement voice.
well, hello there, Mr. Joshua Alfredo. I'm the mustache man here again. What's the matter, Joshua? You seem very, very upset about something. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm upset because my mom did not teach me how to drive when I was like 16.
So,
And
wait,
yeah,
so he's not currently 16 then. It sounds like he might be older than that. He said when I was 16. He might just still be upset that he wasn't allowed to drive at 16, but now he's like 25 or whatever. Hard to tell. Because again, we don't really know when this video is even from. It was uploaded a few years ago, but 5 years ago. It was uploaded 5 years ago, but no idea of when it was actually originally posted, because it seems to be a re-upload. Hard to timeline this guy's life, but it sounds like he could just be an adult with teen-centric rage.
I'm upset because the state forbidden me to drive. And mustache man's like me, why, Joshua, don't get upset over that. Sorry about that. I was driving today, and do you know what car you wanted when you were 16, which failed? And I'll be like, yeah, it's a yellow Volkswagen from Follow That Bird, Sesame Street. And mustache man's like to me, well, wait, did you say a yellow Volkswagen?
So this is a whole dialogue between him and somebody referred to as Mustache Man. Who this could be? Probably not a parent. Maybe a step-parent. Maybe like a counselor or a teacher or something. Or it's just a fictional individual that he's inventing in his fucking head. Again, I'm picturing Dr. Eggman.
Yeah. Someone that's a friend of mine drove
Most illustrious and esteemed Dr. Robotnik of the past.
a yellow Volkswagen, and I won't say who, but this someone who lives in New York was getting in a wreck, and also the yellow Volkswagen got broke down because of someone not being careful while driving.
What happened?
Okay, Joshua, if that's what you want, then I'll get the police involved on the state for not letting you drive at the age of 16.
Is this just people in his head? Is he... it's... You know, probably very few of us, if anybody here, are actually qualified in any way to, like, diagnose this guy, but that's kind of... In an armchair way, that's kind of what we like to do here, isn't it? Is kind of like, what could have led to this? And I mean, I just don't know. I mean, it's some form of, like, low-functioning autism, but I'm starting to wonder if he has, like, fucking delusions or hallucinations. I mean, like, but who knows? Because Chris Chan was also, like, high-functioning autistic, and he wound up being fucking delusional and crazy and babbling about the dimensional merge. So, who's to say? The mind is an amazing thing. It's a fickle bitch. And that's what I've learned. That's what I learn every time we look at users, is not to underestimate how fucking crazy the brain can get, you know, in nuanced and specific ways.
And get your mom to teach you how to drive, Joshua Del Farina. And I'm happy that you love your mother named Jamie, Joshua Del Farina.
Yeah, maybe it is just Chris Chanism. That's the disorder. I don't know. I want you people to do a shout-out video about me. Well, you got it, brother. Don't you worry. It's all Nickelodeon's fault. That's why I'm like this. Me punishing and grounding Squidward for hating SpongeBob. Me singing a made-up, not real song, 6 Little Dufferinas. Oh no.
What up, YouTube? I'm
This
Josh.
sounds like something that would get racial real fast.
For Dufferina.
By the way, shoutouts to the game on Steam that's on sale on the Steam sale for Black Friday that's called Tyrone vs. Cops. It's exactly what you think it is. Based on what I saw of it, there's a buff you can get that's like the blessing of Saint Floyd or something. And all the reviews are exactly what you think they are. To paraphrase one guy, a friend got this for me because he wanted me to stop being racist. Didn't work, but good game. So that's on Steam if you want to play. Just thought I'd mention that. I saw that the other day. Just thought I'd bring that up.
My YouTube friend named Tex had made a made-up song titled 6 Little Dufferinos. But I don't have them, okay?
Someone thought Singy Bear was Skylar White. That's an interesting take.
I'm the only Dufferina on YouTube, okay? And on Discord, too.
Okay, sing us the song.
It's just a made-up song, not Road. It's just a made-up
Not Road.
song, not real.
There we go. They're right. They're
I'll
real.
sing it. 6 little Dufferinas on the run. They show their dinner to each other. 3 goes boom, do by dumb.
Yeah, I can see that this is a made-up song. You know, we really gotta give Eric Payton some credit for that incest song, because, I mean, at least when he did the fake made-up song, he did one that's actually clearly identifiable as a song with like, you can tell what it would be if it had instrumentation. This is just... This is like the singing equivalent of... Just like nonchalant whistling. That's what this is.
Watch out, be safe. So 3 little Dufferinas had crush. Ice, 1 went into boom goes... Explode goes boom. Dubai, dumb, watch out, be
Dubai?
safe, so 2 little eggs in the sun, 1 each.
Did he write this? Is that why it's insane? Or did someone write this to troll him?
Too long goes boom, 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 Dubai, dumb. This story ends with 1 little Dufferina was cloned and put in ice water hell, boom.
I don't even know. You know what? I found a great song to go along with this, actually. I said that this didn't have, like, a proper, like, musical kind of thing, but I figured it out, actually.
Watch out, be safe, so 2 little eggs in the sun. one each, too long goes boom, boom, boom. Dude by dum. This story ends with one little Dufferino was cloned and put in ice water hell. Boom, dude by dum. That's the lyrics for the made-up song, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for the made-up song with those lyrics. Thank you. Yeah, 51st State, no fuss, Sequoia. Me yelling out safety torch. Is this just him yelling the word safety torch?
What up, YouTube? I'm
What up?
Joshua Dufferino.
Hey, Joshua.
I'm gonna yell out this for Ali L. A. Gail. Safety Troach!
Troach?
I did it, Ali L. A. Gail.
Good job, buddy. You did it. Good job, Joshua. Good job. I need you. So, what is the deal with the time machine? Let me see here. Let's see here. Time machine and time travel and time machine need to be invented. I want a time machine that would help me go back in time and change history. See, this is what time travel needs to be invented for, is for some guy to, like, change the history of SpongeBob and not any actual significant events that would impact anything. That would be great. We need Joshua to invent time travel already. I want it. So he's said now that he wants to go back to 2010, 2008, and 2011. So he seems to have a few different spots that he wants to hit up whenever he does figure this out. Let's watch this one. It's a little more digestible than these other two.
What's up, YouTube? I'm Joshua Dufferino.
He looks younger here.
Something I wish. I wish to go back in time and change history, okay? I wish to go back to the year 2000 and change the history, okay? And going back to be 2 years old, okay?
Yeah,
You know, go back.
Buster Kong, I would say this is a better one than Big Soprano. That guy was, you know, I mean, there was some entertainment there, but I do think he was just kind of looking for attention. This guy most certainly is not just doing this for attention. It's good that we finally have a guy that we're watching that we can categorically state is probably 50% at least not trolling.
Back to my old self and start off
Maybe even 60%.
over again, okay? But going to home elementary and Escambia High were fine to go to, okay? And waiting at Blue Angels Elementary School for the school bus to come pick me up from Escambia High and dropping me off at Blue Angels Elementary School, getting off the bus from Escambia High to my mom was fine. But Blue Angels and Bailey had nothing to do with me and Alan Fink and the students. But really, if I did go back in time, if I did be pre-K 2 times in a row, one at home elementary school in August 2003 through May 2004, I would be a pre-K the second time in August 2004 through May 2005.
So he wants to change his own history and specifically go back to, like, pre-kindergarten? I'm confused about how that's supposed to work. What do you think is going to happen? Are you assuming that you would have your grown-up brain? Like, I'm not sure if we've figured out what his version of time travel even looks like. Would he himself go back and be a new person in that timeline? Or would he, like, go back in his brain into, like, pre-kindergarten Joshua? Because if that's the case, I feel like you wouldn't remember whatever mission you think you have. Like, you'd go back in time and be like, I'm going to do it again, and then you're back in time and it's just goo goo gaga. You know, I don't think that would work out so well. So I'm assuming his version of this would involve him, like, going back as a different person and, like, being in some way interacting with himself. I'm sure that he hasn't thought too deeply about this. I probably just now put more thought into this than he has. Although, who's to say? Maybe he thinks about this. He seems to think about this a lot, so maybe he has considered the specifics of it. I don't know.
A different elementary school that would be off of Davis Highway where Berg Street is, and I would be class of 2011, and I would be at a different middle school that's off of Bellevue Avenue, okay?
It's H.G. Wells if he watched Bluey, exactly.
Which is off
Bluey with human tits.
of Mobile Highway, okay? I wanted to go to Bellevue Middle School, okay? And if I did go back in time, I would be class of 2014 at Bellevue Middle School, okay? But waiting at Mom's school, Bourne Hills Elementary School.
So this is like impenetrable. It's just him talking about what schools he went to and shit. What about this one? I need more of an idea of the mechanics of how this is gonna work. Great, just fuck my shit up haircut right now.
What's up, YouTube? I'm Joshua Duffarina. I want to tell you people right now that
Chris didn't have a child. This is just an offspring. He's duplicated his cells. It's not a child.
time travel and time.
There is no pregnancy happening with anyone. I love that tweet that Chris made dispelling the rumors, because it essentially sounds like he's disabled as the CPU goddess. He's disabled people's ability to get pregnant now. There is no pregnancy happening involving anyone or something. It was the same way he phrased the thing about there was no sex in 2021. Like, I guess nobody got lucky. Damn.
Machine need to be invented and be possible in reality, okay?
You know, that's the thing. If Chris's whole thing about multiple dimensions or whatever is to be believed, maybe this is just alternate dimension Chris Chan. It's possible that the merge happened in a subtle way, and this is, this is Earth 2's Chris Chan, I guess.
You know what I want to do? I want to go back to May 2011 and graduate Bourne Hills Elementary School at the age of 12, 5th grade, so that I will turn 13 on Saturday, June 4th, 2011, and be the first 13-year-old kid ever to have a YouTube channel, and be a first 13-year-old kid ever to have
In 2007, I think a few kids probably had you beat by then, bud.
a phone to take pictures of road signs, so that I can wait till April 2013 to get newer
Take pictures of road signs?
pop-ups after Jim C. Bailey dies in 2013 in March.
I guess that watching these is a good way of piecing together some form of his, history, his life story. Somebody died. I don't know who he's referring to as Pawpaw, but it seemed in that other video like he wanted some murderer's family member to be like his new Pawpaw, whatever that means. Whether that's a real family member or what. But that's a part of what he's going to change, I guess.
And that I can go back to Jim C. Bailey Middle School at the age of 15 in 2013 of August, so I can stay in Jim C. Bailey Middle School until 3:45 and go home with Mom every day, so that I can graduate.
I mean, it's a great concept for a story, isn't it? It's like we find out that time travel exists. Like, oh, there's weird anomalies. What's going on? We have to figure it out. We gotta get to the bottom of this. Is it the big evil corporation? No, it's just this guy who somehow stumbled onto time travel and has been using it to, create paradoxes where he meets himself and doesn't understand what's happening, and, that's a great story. Someone should write that story.
Bailey Middle in 2014 of May, and turned 16 on Wednesday, June 4th of 2014. So that Thomas Ashworth was supposed to go to a different middle school, meaning that he was supposed to live in Santa Rosa County instead of Escambia County, because it would have been better if I went to Jim C. Bailey Middle School without Thomas Ashworth, okay?
Jim C. Bailey Middle School. Isn't that his pawpaw? Isn't that who he said his pawpaw was? So is that so the guy, I'm confused, chat.
And without...
I think he might be fully schizo. It's possible. It's possible that he fabricated a force ghost in his brain based on the guy who founded the middle school that he goes to or whatever.
Big Bobby. I like Big Bobby. Big Bobby's a friend of mine.
Big Bobby.
But Thomas Ashworth yelled at me and said, "Leave Big Bobby alone."
Stop fucking messing with Big Bobby. He's got enough problems.
Mr. Harris said hello to Thomas Ashworth at Escambia High and Highway 29 Walmart. Thomas yelled, "Get out of here!" That's what he said to Mr. Harris. So that I can be a 6th grade student in August 2011 at the age of 13. So that I can be a car rider at Jim C. Bailey Middle School until August 2014, because I really liked going to Boyndos Elementary every...
So his whole thing is wanting to go back to other, like, times in his own life when he was at school. What happens halfway through the video? Does he ever get to anything bigger? Like, surely he must understand if he had time travel, he would have, like, the keys to the fucking kingdom, right? Like, he must recognize that he could be able to use it for something more, I don't know, less mundane than this.
On December 8th, 2008 and September 1st, 2009 on Perkins Street.
Oh my god, never mind.
That's why I want time travel to be possible and be invented, okay? So then I can go back to August 2014 and meet Tiffany Uphold.
I can go back to August 2014 and tell what's his name, Aaron Gioni, to not fucking post the Zoe post, and then a bunch of shit wouldn't have happened, and the world would probably be better, or at least maybe less annoying.
Lives in Jay, Florida, meeting her at Escambia High School again, because she was born on December 8th, 1997. You know, that I can go back to, so that I go back to, you know, I can go back to 2014 of August to be a 9th grade student at Escambia High School again after graduating.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems to be kind of a sad situation of this guy who just, I don't know, his life got fucked up. He's like, you know, trapped in this body. His parents are dead or something. I don't know. It's kind of a miserable tale of Joshua Dufferina, but you know, the important thing is that Roger Bumpus needs to eat some crow. He needs to stop making Squidward so mean. You know, he's gonna get what's coming to him if he doesn't. So that's the important thing here. But thank you, Joshua, for your contributions.
If you don't get Roger Bumpus to enjoy this video, then I'm gonna be mad.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this dive into whatever Joshua Dufferina is all about. This is one of those ones where people keep referencing this guy, and I personally didn't find him to be, like, the most interesting guy we ever looked at, but a lot of people seem to really like this guy, so, and every now and then I'll see people bring him up, and I'm just like, you know, man, I guess he gets a clip too. Sure, you get a clip, and you get a clip. So if Joshua Dufferina is your favorite guy, and you really want to hold Roger Bumpus to task for what he's done to Squidward, I guess, then you're in luck. This is the day for you. Big thanks as usual to my $20 and up excellent dudes on Patreon. A triple A, you know, like the car thing. Iron, Christopher Baird, Darth, Hitori Senshi, Lolord, CB, Grumble, Jericho Jack 88, Ralph Ryder, Sloppenheimer, Aaron Heresy, the T-Slur, Braulicus Ludicrous, Sonic's Poignant Slime, and Archie Arch. I really like some of these new names. Sonic's Poignant Slime is a good one. And one of these days, I'll just have to wind up saying the T-slur, so that's going to be fun. I hope you enjoyed this one, folks. I'll see you next time on the next clip. Take it easy, people. Penis.
Just something I picked up in Zanzibar,
That was pretty good.
motherfucker.
That was good animation
It's
technique,
time
I'll
to
tell you.
kick ass and chew breadcrumbs. And I'm all... He's got a gun! Duck!
What was that?
I saw it all back in Zanzibar. You really ducked up now, Mario. Hey, wait a minute! That's the Sonya Ocelot's gun! Meatballs!
It hit Luigi.
Hey! What the fuck is going?
Oh no, oh my Jesus Christ.
Wait a minute. Is that duck on my side?
There was an eyeball in there. This is rated R.
Who sent you? Well, if you must know, Mario, I work for... What? Remember Duck Hunt, Mario? Well, you missed one. It's time for foul play, Mother Ducker. Ah, piss!
Really good work on the firing. You know how much of a pain in the ass it is to do this shit in this program? That took like fucking 45 minutes.
Now
just
I know
that
what a
one.
meatball feels like.
That right now, that right there was like 30 minutes.
Oh, duck. Oh, I gotta find a warp pipe!
Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
You saved me, but why are you
It's
helping
gonna be
me?
a year and a half for innovation.
Well, Luigi,
My God.
back when I was just a duckling, those breadcrumbs, yeah, well, I'm here to repay the favor.
A year.
After
I
what
can
he
see it.
did to
I can tell.
you, let's crack his skull open.
What? You're saying you peed in my Cheerios, Mr. Duck?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is...
Alright, that's all I need to know. Let's go!
Alright, let's do this.
The duck has wings? Hey, that's from Mario Sunshine. I know that one.
Well, excuse me! And then I said, what? We need to stop him before he kills someone! A taxi? Make like a banana and step on it!
Okay. Crazy taxi!
I'm David Hasselhoff.
Street food, my favorite! Hey man, you got the stuff right? Yeah, I got a ton. A skeleton. Ah! Damn, he was my only customer. Monkey.
He's gonna drive over it. It's gonna fuck him up. He's gonna drive over it. It's gonna fuck him up. I knew it. This outrageous, by the way. You went like 2 different ways.
I'm fine. You know, Duck, after all we've been through with these 7 minutes, I gotta say, you truly were the real Super Mario Brother all along.
That's my favorite part of the movie right there. Just the like.
Freaking Mario Kart iteration number 59?
I've heard you,
Who would
and
have
with today's
guessed?
story, it seems the rest of the industry is also beginning to hear you. Now, this year
Interesting.
started with the fear that gaming is getting more expensive. Microsoft and
It
Nintendo
is.
pushed.
You know what else is expensive? RAM. Anybody want to buy some RAM? You want to cop up like $5 million?
the ceiling to $80, an impossibly high ask, especially as everything else has got more and more pricey. But elsewhere in the industry, something quieter is happening. And it's this. The games that you are actually buying, well, we've got the data about them. And as it turns out, they're getting cheaper. $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. That was the rumor that kicked off this year's anxiety.
I still think it's gonna be $100. I don't know. My expectations are ready.
About game prices. It was one that Take-Two have been happy to downplay, if not outright refute. But with GTA now delayed, we won't know the truth until next autumn. Though we've already seen
they're gonna
audiences
delay it again.
reject the new price ceiling of $80. Xbox tried to put The Outer Worlds 2 at $80, presumably
And that failed because the game was just mid.
buying some
It was
headroom
not
for
worth
Microsoft's
$80
lovely
for
30%
sure.
profit margin demand. But they quickly reversed that decision. The inference from that?
Yep.
They didn't see enough pre-orders. People essentially voted with their wallet. Just that, unlike
Good,
real votes,
based.
the great thing about voting with your wallet is you don't need to do anything to cast your vote. It turns out audiences just wouldn't pay that price for The Outer Worlds 2. But you know what they would pay? The regular price. Because
It kind of just looks like a slightly better, what is it called? Starfield. Yeah, like it wasn't as buggy as Starfield and it had a little bit more content, but it's still not worth $80 in my opinion.
selling at a normal price, the game did have a top 10
$60,
launch.
okay,
Though
maybe.
the right product at $80 will sell. Mario Kart World kind of proved that. Even bundled with Switch 2 for many buyers, you don't get a 92% attach rate across 9.57 million copies.
Yeah, but Nintendo, like, they twist your balls because they know they can. Like, what are you gonna do? Play Mario Kart somewhere else? No. Like, if you don't want to play COD, you're gonna go play Battlefield. There's no answer to, like, playing Mario Kart. That's why they have such, like, a vice grip on people's balls right now.
Without lots of people shelling out the full amount.
Yeah.
But that's only one side of the story, because the reality we need to dive into today.
Emulators, dude, the average Joe doesn't even know how to pirate anything, and you think they're gonna, like, emulate a game? Guys, I know we're above average intelligence on average in this stream. But you have to understand that like the average person or below average person doesn't even know what an emulator fucking is, okay? That's the problem.
Is about how off-console
You're gonna emulate
prices
it.
have been plummeting. But there's a not so funny thing hanging over all of this, and it's the simple fact that video game spending is actually falling, but subscriptions are rising. We've seen that in analyst reports, and too often, well, we're paying for subs we don't use. That's why
Oh my god, I was about to say something and then he gets into an ad.
Rocket Money is today's video sponsor.
I was literally about to say because people forget to fucking unsub. That's why.
Because they make it easy to get a handle on your subscriptions and
Alright,
get
alright.
saving.
Clever
And
little
you can even
ad
get
lib. I
started
got
today for
corpoed.
free at
Yo,
rocketmoney.com/Bellular.
thanks,
Now,
Bellular.
Rocket Money
You
will
little fucker.
securely and safely identify recurring charges for
To be
you.
fair,
And then
this is
you can
really
cancel them in
useful
just a
if
few
you're,
taps.
like,
They've
in a
basically put the
pickle.
work in to make that real smooth. So if this is a chore you've been putting off, well, now's the time. They make it
I
easy.
actually don't
But it's not
mind
just
this.
that.
I
Rocket
don't
Money
mind
will
this
also help
idea.
you with bill negotiation. You simply upload your bill and they will be able to help. For a personal example, whenever my internet went to its off-contract price, I was able to renegotiate.
I couldn't do that because I had the other the other internet provider in my area doesn't provide good enough internet for me. They upped my internet price by like I want to say $40 and I literally can't go anywhere else unless I moved. And I'm like, oh, cool. I just have to cough up more money.
A speed upgrade and also half my monthly bill. But here's the thing, I was overloaded with paperwork and I actually did that negotiation late. And by doing it late, I basically wasted a bunch of money. So with the likes of Rocket Money being able to help, you can actually go and make progress in
W
these
Rocket
things
Money.
way more easily. And that is the huge value of Rocket Money. They make it all easy. They've cancelled over $500 million of subscriptions. They've helped save customers up to $740 a year when using all of their app's premium features. They have other great tools beyond what I've mentioned, so if you want to spend less and save more, which, you know, sounds pretty good to me,
Pocket
you can join
money.
the over 5
True.
million
W
Rocket
Pocket
Money
money.
members using rocketmoney.com/Bellular or just by clicking the link down below. You can get started for free, play around, have some fun, save some money, and then unlock more features with premium, and that's rocketmoney.com/Bellular News. If you've bought a game on Steam in the last 18 months, you probably paid $20 or less. In fact, you've probably been paying less since 2023 than you did from 2020. Now, what are these numbers? Well, these numbers are from the research of Simon Carlos, who runs the excellent Game Discover Co. newsletter. He tracked average and median prices for the top 50 new monthly games on Steam during that period of time, ranked by copy sold, and you're looking at the graphs now. We
Advanced
see a median
autism.
price as low as $10, as high as $20, with averages between $16 and $29. Shocker.
Look at this spike. God damn.
Steam users are thrifty people
28.
who like deals.
Is it
We probably
dropping
didn't
again?
need this much analysis to work that out, but that's not where I'm ending. Here's where things get truly interesting. From February 2023 to October 2025, the average amount of money spent on a best-selling game went down by 2%. The median, though, it went down by 20%. That means that more games are
Ooh.
selling.
I trust medians more than averages on a general basis because there's a lot of people who have a lot of money that spend a lot of money on video games. Like if they have like, I don't know, a trust fund or a really, really good job. People who are in IT have a lot of money, so yeah, like you have to take the median into account rather than the average. Of course, it depends on the overall population. I think averages are fine, but you have to take into account that certain outliers exist and they bring up or they bring down an average.
At a lower
Yeah, the furry
price.
budget,
And
the
whenever
IT
Carlos took a look
budget,
at
yeah.
the revenue earned, the trend
Crypto
actually
bros.
helped. Now, in theory, that should favor more expensive games. They generate more revenue per sale. But even there, the median dropped from $23.75 to $20.35.
That's a lot.
That's about
That's a decent amount.
14% of a drop. And do bear in mind that as this has been happening, the currency has been inflating. So, even as players feel like they are being pressured towards $80
I love it when
games,
men
what they're
explain
actually
things to me.
buying is getting cheaper and cheaper. And what's key is that this is not showing us what has been offered to players, it's showing us what players have actually chosen. It's showing the
Well,
best.
this makes a lot of sense. Look at how many people are buying stuff that isn't AAA. Where is it? Silk Song, Mega Bonk, Borderlands doesn't count. Dying Light, is Dying Light AAA? Is it like more like AA? I don't know. Clover Pit's not. EA is. Shape of Dreams looks like it's an indie. This is indie. This is not indie. This is not indie. And this is indie. Okay, so the vast majority of these are indie games, which tracks with the amount of indie games that have been sold over the last year.
Selling premium games on the platform, and that does feel like a bit of a win, right? That we are seeing smaller teams with cheaper games
Hell yeah.
beginning to
Mega
dominate the
Bonk!
sales space. That says a lot for the value of Steam.
love Mega
And in a
Bonk.
world where people would have to compare the price of a full console plus a subscription for multiplayer and more expensive games and weigh that up to a Steam machine with generally far cheaper games, well, I think it also makes the Steam machine look stronger as well. Overall, though, it's somewhat validating an argument you see all the time, right? The argument people make every time someone suggests an $80 price point, which is that you make your profit in aggregate. So make your games cheaper, and then more people will buy them. Buying 4 $20 indie games is to many people better
Yeah,
than...
but they're good games. I don't know. I mean, you can make the counter argument and say like, oh, well, you could just make a bunch of microtransactions and that'll up the price of a AAA game. But that doesn't make up for the fact that it's still dog shit.
One $80 AAA game. Surely that's what's going on. Surely that's what everyone is doing. Well, ish. Let's look more into the data. Carlos gave us the perfect example. It's the September releases on Steam, where Silk Song sold like gangbusters at $20.
Oh
with
yeah.
4.6
People were saying stop pirating the game and just spend $20.
million copies shifted on Steam alone. That's nearly double the sales of a full-price title like
Some people
Borderlands
bought
4.
two
The immediate
copies.
takeaway is a lower barrier to entry at the price of a couple of coffees, meaning you give yourself the widest possible audience and a big game. And in theory, that also means that more people can buy more games. But it's actually not quite that simple. You see, regardless of price, the majority of game players don't actually buy that many games. Circana's Future of Games report surveyed 2,500 US players on self-reported purchase patterns. About a third of the market says they buy just...
Hold on, let me read this. U.S. active video game players age 13 plus weighted based on representative distribution of platform use and investment. N equals 2,500. Fielded July 28th to August 11th. That's like, what, 2 weeks? That's not a really big sample size, I'm not gonna lie. And also 13, like, I didn't really buy a lot of games with my own money. Like, even if I really wanted a game, that's also a factor of like, oh, my parents didn't want to buy me a game because I have to focus on school. Does that... I don't know, I think this is a bit skewed in my opinion. I would take this with a grain of salt.
About a third of the market says...
Yeah, 13 up is a massive range. And also when you're 13, you have like, I don't know... What do kids get for an allowance these days? Like, I had maybe like $20 a week when I was 15. And that's if I did like chores and shit. Yeah, I had to save up to buy games. Yeah, me too, exactly. Or I had to like beg my parents like on Christmas or my birthday. Nothing? Yeah, some people get nothing. So if you're lucky, you got an allowance, but some people didn't. Period.
They buy just one game or fewer a year. Just under 2/3, 63%, buy fewer than 2 games a year. That is absolutely insane to me, but I suppose when I think about what my norms are, or maybe you do the same, we probably have a sampling bias. One that is in and around enthusiast gamers. We do buy more games, but it seems...
Yeah, enthusiast gamers, like MMOs and, what is it called, shooters, they buy loot boxes and stuff.
that with broader audiences, that is less the case. Now, obviously, that's Circana doing a survey of 2,500 people in the US. It's good enough work.
I disagree. I think 2,500 people in a span of 2 weeks during one time period, I think it's not. I don't think it's a good sample size. I don't know. I study statistics, like, in college, so, like, this irks me. I can point out a lot of things that might make it look weird.
survey of 2,500 people in the US. It's good enough work. It's hypothesis generating work, but obviously
Sure.
it is just a
I'm a
survey.
nerd. Yeah,
Though I would
like
say that when you
statistics.
think about
It's
games
fun.
overall, a lot of it is plausible. You see, a lot of people are only interested in buying this year's sport game or this year's
Oh my god, that's what I can't, like, I can't get this through my chat's head sometimes, that we are not, like, as a collective, I feel like people who watch streams, who enjoy certain games, you don't understand how normies function. They buy the new NBA, they buy the new FIFA, they gamba on every single new one. You don't understand how people like that function. Like, I know there's some people obviously that play this game, or play games like that, but it's not a vast majority. Yeah, we're not the target market, and you guys don't understand how much money these people put into the system. Yeah, ball and gun games. If it doesn't have ball or gun, I'm not interested. Yeah.
Call of Duty. Well, maybe not this year's Call of Duty. Maybe they bought Battlefield instead. But the majority of any
understand normies, I'm
product-based
retarded.
industry
No, you're not retarded,
is
you're just
often
not a normie,
people
that's
who are
okay.
gently engaged in it, not people perhaps like you and me. But it's actually the top of the chart that complicates things here, because those people probably aren't the ones buying indie games for $20 en masse. No, that's the other 37% of people, but even that 37% is quite stratified. 22% say they buy a game every 3 months. That's 4 games a year, and that adds up with Valve's own data. Yes, Valve's own data suggests that users played only 4 games on Steam on average in 2023 and 2024.
But are they new games or are they brand new games? I know there's a lot of people in my chat that play certain things like, oh, I play Classic, or I play RuneScape, or I play Skyrim with mods for like the millionth hour, or I play Hearts of Iron 4. I've played Factorio. I have like 3,000 hours. Like, you get what I mean? I feel like you have to also analyze how many of those people play games that they've played before and they just like have comfort in it. Or they don't want to play something else because they know it's gonna suck.
4. A further 10% buy a new game monthly, which is of course great for an industry releasing thousands of games a year. But we need to put this in perspective.
Oh, and what about free-to-play games? What if it's people that play Uma Musume? Someone in my chat says, I play Uma Musume. Yeah, that doesn't count as a game because you didn't buy it. What about that? Does that count? Or does it not count because it's technically a mobile game? I don't know. Again, my statistics brain is telling me you need to compartmentalize or exclude certain statistics in order to make it more readable or less, to have less of a range in variables. I don't know. I feel like it could go both ways.
If you bought Silk Song and any other game in September,
Megabonk!
2 games in 1 month, then you are only 4% of the games market. That's kind of wild. And even if we're allowed to some swing and fuzziness because a survey is only as good as the survey, the point I think still does stand. And of course, it's a point that we do see in a lot of other
People are
things as
getting
well.
poorer, too.
Take whaling, right? Whaling and free-to-play games,
Oh,
where the majority of
yeah.
the revenue does come from a very small strata of that game's
Oh,
player base.
freaking
And when we see
whales.
data like
This
that,
is what I'm talking about with like how whales ruin the average of how much money is spent in a game. They do! Like, they swipe like $400. I remember there was a Fillion quiz show with like a bunch of VTubers, and there was like one guy that said, oh yeah, I've spent like $15,000 in like 3 years on Genshin Impact. And I'm like, bro. I've played WoW for like 15 years. On and off. And I think with my total collective subscription, I'm not even close to that. Like, keep in mind, like, transfers, expansions, like, that doesn't even come close to how much money these people spend.
I think we begin to understand why
It must be nice to have money like that. No, some people genuinely, like, they go into debt, they pay off in credit cards, they spend money they don't have. You have to keep that in mind, too. I don't think that a lot of these people that whale in video games actually have that kind of money. They just get addicted, and they want to spend it on credit. Want to spend it on their credit card.
All of those publishers and indie devs
Yeah, I'm
moved
sure
their
some are
releases
loaded,
away
but
from
not
Silk
everyone.
Song, or of course, away from GTA 6. And in the case of the indies, it would especially be because most of those indies are at the same price point or cheaper than Silk Song. So if you're releasing against Silk Song,
Yeah,
a game
Megabuck
with
is like
massive cut through to
$12 or
enthusiast
something.
audiences, if you're releasing against that, then, well, you're betting on the 4% of the market turning up that does actually buy multiple games a month. That doesn't really seem like a great strategy, does it? And here's the kicker. What if I told you there's another layer? You see, this chart does not distinguish between new games and already released games that are on sale. Every time someone buys a game that's been out for 6 months, they're probably not buying a new game that month to go along with it, regardless. The price. So, more people aren't buying games, even as prices keep trending down. Now, if that is the case, as a bunch of this data suggests, well, why then are audiences feeling like they are constantly being asked for more and more? When people are asked to pay $80 or $70 for a video game, Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony are basically banking on a fairly simple principle that the people who actually have money will spend it regardless of anything else that's going on. Essentially, they're betting on it.
Yeah, they're betting on the Giga fan, like the Nintendo super fan that says like, oh, Nintendo can't do anything wrong. I'm gonna buy their games regardless if they're shit or not. That's the kind of thing that has a lot of, like, a massive chokehold over, like, branding. Like, for example, Blizzard and Xbox, Call of Duty, I would say to a lesser extent like Battlefield and stuff. Like even when Battlefield's the one that came out that was really, really bad, people still played it and defended it. Xbox fanboys, PlayStation fanboys that freak out over every single release. Yeah, like I don't know, man. Yeah, you buy every Blizzard game, Alana? Almost every single one. I think the only exception is StarCraft and, yeah, I think the only one was, like, StarCraft. I never got into StarCraft because it's RTS. Yeah, I think I'm a Blizzard fanboy, dude. Did you buy the deluxe edition? No, that doesn't matter. I never had that kind of money. Like, I fucking never bought deluxe editions. Are you fucking kidding me? I thought that was cool when you got, like, the collection book or whatever, but, like, my point still stands. Like, yeah, I played Overwatch. I bought that at launch. I thought it was awesome. I played Heroes of the Storm. I played Diablo. I played the shit out of it. I played Hearthstone. I played Diablo 3 and 2 and 4. Yeah. StarCraft is free? Is it actually? I don't know if it's free or not. But my point is like when you have a captured market like with a brand, that people are more inclined to buy things from you.
Being a premium product with inflexible demand.
Yeah.
That is why marketing teams target those people. That's why those absurd collector's editions exist, right? The people who absolutely love games and have money. They're the people these companies can count on. The games industry basically thrives in people who can spend without thinking about it, which has always been the case. Buying more than one $60 game at launch has been unaffordable to people for years. The problem is the proportion of people with money to spend freely actually does appear to be shrinking. Yeah.
I wish we could find the statistics of people playing video games in 2008 during the economic crash, because obviously there were a lot of really great games around. I think it's both quality and an economic circumstance. Because like really amazing games like Halo, I think, yeah, the Burning Crusade for World of Warcraft, the first expansion came out in 2008. People still had record-breaking sales for video games even during economic hardship because they could justify buying an amazing game because it would give you so much, like, fun and entertainment out of it. Like bread and circuses kind of deal. Like, oh, if I'm having a bad time at work, I can still launch up the game and go play Halo with the boys. Yeah, Left 4 Dead was really good. Yeah, you're completely right about that. There's like a lot of games, like Gears of War, I think, came out in 2008 or 7, I think. Yeah, and now, even though we're having like an unironic, really bad economic hardship, in my personal opinion, and you can't really deny that with like how much the world is bitching about it constantly and everybody else is, I think, like, I genuinely think it's a skill issue on the game industry part for not producing things that people are, like, wanting to, like, play.
As of September, the top 10%
like
of earners
too.
accounted for 50% of US retail
sucks.
sales. And the very same year, spending in games is actually down. The 18 to 25 age group in the US is spending nearly a quarter less in games this year.
Yeah,
and
because they have no
everyone,
money.
in large, is down
Younger Americans. I wonder what the age range is that is.
a couple of percent. But on the whole, most game spending is only a few points down. Now, given we're in rough economic times, that could seem like a good thing, right? Oh, the world is experiencing troubles, but games are
only people not really struggling are homeowners. Yeah, exactly, because you already have the security of having a home, so everything that you're making is going into savings. Like, again, this goes into like economics and like how the quote-unquote rich get richer. Even though owning a home is like, it's considered like almost like a luxury at this point, not gonna lie. Like if you're renting, that's like the vast majority of people. or maintenance. It's maintenance on a house or a property or an apartment is so minimal compared to a mortgage. Yeah, serfs rent. Yeah, you're basically like a medieval peasant. Yeah. Property tax is still so much less than the money that you spend every month accumulative over a year. Like, if you have property taxes once a year, right? You're spending property tax once a year, which is like, I don't fucking know. I've never looked into it. But you know, like, I remember my parents were saying, oh, property taxes are so high this year. What the fuck? I hate the property taxes, right? That is insurmountably less than, like, fucking having to pay rent every month. And rent also fluctuates. Like, that's a given. Like, a property tax is, like, around about a certain amount, and it's once a year kind of. As opposed to it changing, like, every month, God forbid. Or you having to move.
Most categories by a few percent. What if I told you it's actually worse than that? You see, the difference that's being made up, right? What's made this only a few points down? Well, it's basically subscriptions making up the difference, because those have grown.
And they keep increasing
it.
Ew.
From the bottom of the spending population, not the top, right? It comes from people who are seeking more and more value for their increasingly limited dollars, whilst also spending less and less on premium games. And I think that is the big tension that people are feeling. We're in a situation where game marketing and traditional big games are basically out of reach to most of the audience. More so than
people are gonna look for something that's worth their value. People, I know I've asked this with chat before, but like, I do this all the time. I'm like, this game is like X amount of money, let's say you work like a minimum wage job for $15 an hour. Is this game going to give me that amount of money? And you do like a formula in your head and think about how much money you're going to spend on a game and how much fun you're going to get. And if one number is greater than the other, then you buy it or you don't buy it. Like, I don't think it's that deep. I don't think this is like an extremely like crazy concept. I think even the dumbest people can realize the value behind of like, oh, if this game doesn't give me an hour's worth of fun, I'm gonna refund it or something, right? Yeah. Do you have to pay mortgage? What is this? Do you need to pay property tax while you still pay mortgage? I don't know. I think so, right? Yeah, because mortgage is just, you're paying the bank, and then property tax you're paying the government or the state, right? Yeah, you have to pay both.
Perhaps ever in recent memory. But the companies haven't changed how they talk to players as a whole. A lot of the market has changed underneath those companies, but it's not really like it seems they've really changed their comms to match. And that is leading to people feeling ignored. It's leading to people facing demands that they cannot meet. And that's because the companies that used to be targeting them are now not targeting them. They're targeting someone with more disposable income. And that's a tough change to stomach. But by contrast, the $20 games in Steam are changing. Individual indie developers are watching game prices creep lower and lower. And they're just hoping that they will get enough sales to succeed.
I think it might inspire like an indie renaissance. Because if you really think about it, really old, technologically, how do I say it? Games that came out, say 10, 15 years ago, you can still make the same quality of a game. As long as it plays well, it has a good story, and the graphics are appealing. Like, people still play, like, old school Metroidvanias, platformers. Like, people still want to log on. And, like, graphics aren't everything at this point. And I think indie developers are starting to understand that it doesn't have to be, like, the most cutting-edge bullshit with the most amazing graphics of all time, because if you make something really good, it doesn't matter.
Because they cannot afford to price higher and risk player blowback. Now, we're not quite at the mobile game space, where developers basically can't afford to price games as premium products anymore, but we are seeing a shift in how games are sold. And what that may lead to may not be great for all of us. Because if you can't ask players for more than $25 without facing comparisons to Silksong, then you may start having to scope your development very differently indeed. And that means that some traditional games simply would be out of reach. It could also mean that we do feel more and more nickel and dimed. That's not.
I can see what he's saying. Counter argument, you cut down on all the crap that, you know, all the useless jobs that exist in, say, for example, Diablo 4, it required 9,000 people to make. Do you really think they needed 9,000 people to make Diablo 4? Don't, let's not fucking kid ourselves. Like, if you fired half those people, I feel like we would get the same quality game. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, fire all the HR Karens. Maybe fire all the people that are like, is this appropriate for a Diablo game? Like, I don't know, man. It's a bit of a cult. It's a bit of a cult.
It's not all doom and gloom. It actually seems there's a lot of vibrancy in the indie scene. But what we are seeing is a changing market, changing behaviors, and a AAA sector that is struggling to keep up pace with that change. So no wonder they're out of touch. And speaking of out of touch,
Corpos are
Bungie,
always out of touch,
that's
bro.
certainly something a lot of people would say about them, and they have just had some not so rosy news. Basically, a big write-off at the same time that they kind of admitted they shat the bed with Destiny 2. If you wanna
PlayStation
learn about
wrote
that,
off
watch this video
Destiny,
next.
so have players. Destiny's been dead for like 5 years, man. Oh my god. I remember I had some friends that were hardcore Destiny players. I never got into it, but basically during, I think it was WoD or Legion, there was a lot of people that stopped playing and they went to go play Destiny. Yeah, because the game was like pretty decent, and now it's like completely fallen off. Yeah, it fell off a cliff hard. I don't know. I think limitations breed ingenuity and innovation. You can see that happening with like graphics and lack of technology. I don't know. Maybe there is gonna be a renaissance, or we're gonna get fucked. I'm not sure.
Oh man, that's bad. Today we're doing this is the spiritual successor to the stream where we deep fried shit in different oils to see what it tastes like, and we saw which one made the best fried chicken. Today we're gonna be taking a bunch of different oils and we're gonna be bastardizing them by emulsifying them with egg into mayonnaise. And then we're gonna see which oil makes the best mayonnaise. And I think this is a distinctly different than the other one, because the fried chicken one is like, okay, some oils don't take as well to being heated up to fry shit, but on their own, they have a uniquely different flavor. So I think that by doing this experiment, where we make mayonnaise out of them, we can get a little more, we can get a little bit of a different experience. We have, we have olive oil, we got mineral oil, the toxic essential oil that almost killed me, and the motor oil that I can maybe like touch on my tongue and I can't eat at all because it's going to poison me. Now, when I make mayonnaise normally, cause man, nothing goes better on a homemade burger than fresh homemade mayo. And if you're making sauces, use the homemade shit. It's so good. And it's a little bit of a pain to make, but it's not a huge deal. But typically what I do is half canola oil, half olive oil, and then I cut in a little bit of garlic. I put in a bit of coarse ground, like stone ground mustard, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then egg. and I mix that all up, and that's my base. And that's typically how I make it myself. I don't want it to be too changed by what I add in it. So, like, I'll add salt because that helps the flavor, obviously. But I don't want to add, like, a bunch of shit that's gonna... Like, mustard will influence the flavor a lot. And garlic will influence the flavor a lot. So I'm not gonna add all that shit. I'm just gonna make it as pretty plain. And, well, you'll have to deal with that, I guess. Because I want to actually see what the base layer oil does to the flavor, you know? So... Normally, I would disregard this, but there was a seed oil schizo in my Twitter replies that was like, "Son, don't worry, don't try any of the seed oil ones, just the good other oils." And I was like, I did think, hang on a second, those motherfuckers love cooking shit in lard and tallow. What if I liquefied lard? So you have to heat it up a little bit to make it liquid. What if I liquefied lard and made mayo with that? Would that be anything? Would that work? What are you guys talking about whale oil? Where the fuck do you get whale oil? Do they even still whale? It's oil made from whale fat. They use it to burn lamps. Do they still fucking, like, sell that? Hang on. Its popularity declined by the late 19th century. Hang on. Buy whale oil. Can you still buy whale oil? With a 1987 international ban on whaling, sperm oil is no longer legally sold. Motherfucker, that shit called sperm oil? Also, one of the frequently asked questions, does NASA still use whale oil? And the answer is yes. Whale oil is still being used to lubricate spacecraft. What the fuck, man? You guys know what normal canola oil looks like? It tends to be like a little, like, clear-ish. It's yellow in color. Well, my friend, I recently swapped the oil out of the deep fryer, and that old oil is, it's pretty bad. It's kind of black as coal, man. I want you to realize that this is what it originally looked like. And, this is the used one. Oh, here, we'll put the egg whites in this. Actually, no, I think that's the one that I put the
samples
in. 1 second. Should still be cold enough to emulsify as well. There's a slight red giblet in this egg. Well, that's kind of nasty, but that'll be fine. Coyote lard would make the most heinous mayo. Alright. Y'all need to understand that I am bound by materials that I can actually obtain. And materials I can obtain are bound by shit that they actually sell to people. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I think you should use, I think you should skim the fat off of tap water and use it. Oh, I think you should use something using anaconda fat. Like, dude, I can't buy that. Crude oil? Here we go again, man. Here we go again. You know what? I don't know. It's not like it's like something that I should expect people to know. How many of you guys have tried to fucking buy crude oil? Probably no one. But I have, and I can tell you, good fucking luck. Let's try our, let's try used frying oil. Now keep in mind, oh, can you see the sludge on that, dog? That's pretty bad. I'm not gonna filter this off either. I'm just gonna full send. Wow, that does not look any less dark when you take it out of the big container. Can you see this shit, man? Alright. As I said, I'm going real bare bones. I haven't added any other ingredients here. Ew, you can see all the chunks. This shit gonna taste like fried chicken. Hey man, maybe that's gonna be better than it being completely neutral. Given what we're working with here. This is fried mini chickens. No fish. It's pretty much exclusively been chicken and French fries, I think. Dog, this shit is not emulsifying. Yeah, let's try that. I'm gonna have to fucking redo this, man! What the hell? Without going up and down, it won't have air. I actually, you know what? Mods, nuclear levels of enforcing the no backseating rule this stream. Like, I've already seen so much slop about how I need to do shit different. Fucking kill them all, man. Don't fucking tell me how to do this. This is, I'm learning now. I think that guys that call themselves pitmaster are the same types that make mayonnaise. I forgot to add vinegar. That was why I didn't emulsify. Fuck! Hang on. I need that. Hang on, that's an essential ingredient. It's so funny when new chatters come in, though, and they're like, why do you have no backseating tag? You're not playing a video game. It's like, oh, my friend, you have no fucking idea. Let's do 50-50 on this. Dude, there's definitely some of that chicken fat in the bottom of this. I'm telling you, man, this one's gonna have some emulsified... Gonna have some emulsification properties that are interesting. Alright, hang on. Let's get a, let's add in like half of this. Making mayo is a little bit temperamental, but I don't know. I don't normally. We'll see. We'll see if I continue having trouble. Otherwise, it's not going to bode well for this. Okay. This is thicker. It's not like. Oh, this ain't nearly as thick as I typically get it when I make it. Oh yes, the grayonnaise. You. Don't call it grayonnaise. It's not completely runny, but it's not as emulsified as I'd like it to be. You know what? That's thick enough to dip a fry in. You're not gonna believe what I got to put the mayo in before we test it. You're not gonna like this. But I don't have enough bowls or jars to put it in. So, we're gonna be putting these in Ziplocs. Let me, yeah, there we go. Deep fryer mayo. Alright. Got a nice little sample collection started then. We'll just put that there, actually. Hey, boss, can I get 2 bags of mayo to go, please, and thanks? How about we try one with rice bran oil? I've got a lot of this shit, because it's used in a lot of, like, Chinese cooking. And, I don't know. I've never used it for mayonnaise. It's probably, this is the one that has the highest chance of making, like, a decent neutral mayo. Alright, let's emulsify this shit. Dude, there has to be, like, a volume thing, I think. I mean, this is a better consistency than the other one. Hang on. Ew, why does this one smell weird? It's like the neutral one. Yeah, this one's actually like mayo consistency. Alright. This one actually turned out to be like mayo-esque. Which is putting it a little bit better than the last one, which for some reason did not emulsify right. Because this one, like, look, it's like it holds its form. It doesn't slosh around quite as much. Into the mayo sack you go. Yeah, baby. Alright, there we go. Mayo bag number 2 completed. Rice, bran, mayo. I don't have to write mayo on each one, but I think it's funnier to do it. And it makes it so you guys can easier tell what it is when it's chilling at the bottom of the screen here. Let's make one with pure olive oil. I typically use olive oil when I make mayo, like, to eat. So I know it's pretty good, but I don't use all olive oil. I use, like, a half and half type deal. on a second. Please stop hurting yourself. I'm gonna have to call. I'm not hurting myself. Fuck off. Thank you for the $5 though. I don't know how to phrase this. I'm trying to think of like a polite way to phrase this, but like, I'm not taking your opinion very seriously, man. People from chat always come in here and are like, this is gonna kill you, and I'm like, no, it's not. And then I do it, and it doesn't kill me. Streamer, please don't die. You better listen to me. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die to streaming injuries. I mean, I guess I will die one day, but it'll be like, hopefully old age. All right, let's get our olive oil emulsified here. All right. What differentiates the one that emulsifies versus the one that doesn't, man? Like, what the fuck, bro? Why'd this one not emulsify and the other one did? Is the difference in yolk size really, like, fucking cranking it that much? This shit didn't even half emulsify like the deep fryer mayo, where it's a little runny, but is like still like a paste. This shit is just like liquid. I don't even know what to do for this. I'm assuming you don't have an emulsifier. I should drive a stake into your skull in Minecraft. What do you mean I don't have an emulsifier? I put the egg yolk in it first, man. Add air, blend more. That's why I'm pulling up and back down. I'm not trying to overmix it. I'm trying to work air into it. Temperature helps cold. Welcome to the stream. You must not have been here 5 minutes ago when I said I keep the eggs in the fridge. I can't put any of you through what I do on having to answer the same shit over and over again. It's literally like when you have a toddler. And you say things and say things and it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And people still come in and are like, but did you consider the thing you just said over and over? And it's like, I don't know. And I can't even get mad because they probably just popped in. So it's not even really their fault. Why do I have an FAQ? I fucking love to have to update a text FAQ every 2 minutes with new information that I've said. That sounds fucking awesome. Then people would be like, streamer, you need to update the fucking FAQ. They would be on that, like, constantly. They'd be yapping about updating the FAQ, dude. Can you program the AI chatbot? I would rather die. I gotta chill out, dude. I'm getting so mad at the fucking pitmaster, Oakley's in the truck fucking dudes telling me how to make mayonnaise. It's crazy how this one just did not work at all. Too much oil, not enough egg yolk. I'm sorry to tell you that's simply not true. Because normally I do 2 cups of oil, 2 egg yolks. This is half a cup of oil, 1 egg yolk. That's twice as much egg yolk as I normally have when I make the mayo normally. It's some other shit. Also, this one emulsified with the same ratio. Not enough vinegar. Same ratio, vinegar and water. Like, literally, it's all the same, man. That's why it's confusing how this one didn't even kind of emulsify. Did you add the oil drop by drop, or did you dump it in like some kind of American? You don't cook. Like, you actually, if you have more cooking knowledge than me, I'll eat my fucking hat. And you come in with the fucking gall to act like I'm doing the process wrong. You know less than nothing. Fuck off. I've made a lot of this in my day, is the thing. And I've had times, I will be honest, I'm not sure what makes it fail. All the measurements are equal. None of the ingredients change in between, but sometimes when I'm making it myself, it just doesn't take. And I really am not sure why. This egg is fucking brown on the inside, dog. Ew. I don't think that's a good egg. Alright, let's swing a different one here. I'm gonna try to emulsify it down with less. Alright, this might be able to get it going.